Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Admiral Markets webinar. Today is 18th of November 2015. My name is Nenad, and today I will show you multi-time frame stochastic system. So this will be a system presentation. I need to apologize if there will be any disconnections from my part because internet is being upgraded here in our neighborhood, so I think they will change some cable connections and cables, so there might be some disconnections, but I have also prepared backup lines, so we should have no problems. Just to confirm that you can hear me, type OK and we can proceed with webinar. Yeah, so the sound is good. Thank you. So today, as I say, we will see a multiple time frame stochastic system, which is one of good systems I've tested in the past. I need to say that it was not developed by me, but I did some small modifications to the existing system, and I will show you that today. Before we begin, standard disclaimer explaining that online educational materials are available by Admiral Markets as Estonia for a global audience, and you should take into consideration the information this session is not suitable for everyone. If you want to get information on charting conditions and any other detail, you should visit Admiral Markets Global, select your country of residence, and contact an appropriate entity. Also, risk disclosure statement stating all possible risks associated with Forex market. By accepting the risk, you're also proceeding further with me. Final part explained that Admiral Markets security takes no responsibility for information accuracy. This is solely my opinion and analysis, and in no way it represents the actual suggestion for a trade. Forex is risky business, and this is a personal opinion only, and this webinar is for informational and educational purposes only. So with having said that, we are ready to proceed. Admiral Market Supreme Edition, of course, will greatly empower and enhance your trading. You can download it by logging into your trader's room and downloading Admiral Market Supreme Edition by itself. You are trading officially with the best MT4 broker, okay? So we will be quick with the webinar because we will be straightforward with the system. So first of all, why MTF approach? Why multiple time frame approach? Then example of MTF stochastic system. It uses custom indicators. So guys, as always, if you wish to receive a full package, you should email me and I will send you template and indicators. And finally, we will be looking at live chart and you will see the system in action. So MTF stands for multi-time frame analysis. Why we use MTF approach? Because we align momentum and trend from higher time frames. We also align higher time frame trend and momentum. So we want to use higher time frame trend and higher time frame momentum for lower time frame entry. Okay, once more, we are using higher time frame trend and higher momentum, higher time frame momentum to actually realign both momentum and trend on lower time frames and make an entry. It will give us higher win to loss ratio, and also we are aligning the price. This system is solely traded on 15-minute time frame, which I will show you, and because of that it's considered to be a scalp swing system. So it's not meant for swing trading, but more like swing scalps, like 20 pips of profit, some occasionally even more, you will see. It's good from intraday perspective, but as always with any system, you should test it before you make entries. I remember that I tested the system 4 years ago, and actually one of my ex-colleague trading buddies, he made expert advisor with the system, but unfortunately I lost the expert advisor meantime. But back in days, back testing was good, and we actually did some trades with the system on live accounts. But I say it was in 2010. I think the system is still behaving correctly because it uses stochastic, which is good approach when you align with multiple time frames. And it was indeed one of stronger system back in days. But I'm sure that you will test it and that you will find its usefulness very soon. So this is indicators list, which the system uses. It actually, as you can see, it uses some non-standard indicators, such as Stochastic Cross, which is custom indicator, then sessions, pivots, daily one, market price weekly. But we can always opt for, let's say, Camarilla classic pivot points, Hull moving average, stochastic oscillator, Williams percent range, and multiple time frame stochastic alert in M30, 1 hour, and 4 hour. So actually you will see a lot of windows, but don't be afraid of windows because it serves to give you a better look at higher time frames. Indicator setting for Stochastic Cross, which is a custom indicator, it should look like this. But as I say, guys, everything has been put on a template, so you just need to load the template and be sure to have all indicators in indicators folder, and the system should work. The template should work. But be sure to check it, but I think you don't need to. It's just for your reference that this is the settings for stock crossing indicator. But as I say, everything has been installed on a template, and you can definitely use the template from the scratch. Okay, so the Stochastic Cross is a custom indicator. Now these are the rules, guys. Now I will leave you for a couple of seconds. I will give you some time to actually snapshot this chart because there are strict rules which you should follow. Blue colored are buy rules and sell rules are covered by a red color. So these are buy rules long, and these are sell rules for shorts. Okay, I will leave you, as I say, to snapshot the screen. Okay, and we can proceed then. So M15 Stochastic Cross will show you a sell fractal. You will need a minimum of 3 MTF stochastics to the upside. M15 is always included. Okay, M15 is always included. Do not forget it. So besides having other 2 stochastic to the upside, M15 should always be to the upside. Williams percent range is close to or below -10. So then you enter a trade. Stop loss is approximately 40 pips. You should exit if you see that the market, that the pair is oversold, VPR, but that is also optimal. And watch M15 stochastic. So if it's above -10, it's ready to cross back up. Well, guys, okay, think twice. So yeah, I misjudged the colors. These are sell rules. These are buy rules. So we will just use different colors. But you will get it once we move on to actual slides. Sorry. So these are short rules. First rule is to see a fractal. These are not actual fractals from Bill Williams. So this is just a signal for you to be ready for a short entry. So you will see a fractal like this, and stochastic half moving average will switch color. So you will see color as red. Okay. M15 is always to the downside, and you can see also M30 and 4-hour time frames are to the downside. Not necessarily both of these should be to the downside. Only in one of these is okay to be to the downside. Okay, as I told you. Okay, so I will just don't be confused. I will, okay guys, I will take this and I will correct the screen. Okay, so stochastic sell, stochastic to the downside. Okay, downside. Okay, and to the upside. Upside. Okay, close to. Okay, you can see it here. It's very easily seen. So these are two levels. So you can also find it here on the template itself. Minus 90 for oversold, minus 10 for overbought. Yeah, we will move on to this, but let's just correct the rules. Okay, let's just correct the rules so it would be easier for you. Okay. Okay, and let me see, to the upside, close to, above minus 90, below minus 90, and ready to cross back. Okay, so these are sell rules. We will just mark it like this because it will be much easier, and buy. Okay, and you can see it like this. Okay, so the rules are in place, and you see here. First, you see a fractal, then stochastic, when HAL will change color, stochastic will already be to the downside. M30 is also to the downside, and not necessarily 4-hour. So it's always M15 and one of other stochastic. And you can see the entry. It was very profitable, and the trade was exit when we had a cross up from minus 90 to above, because we were selling the pair. Okay, here. Now, also another sell here, and you can see how the stochastics are crossing, but I would always opt for pivot point exit. So you can always go with pivot point exit. Now, these are the rules for buy trades. Okay, you see the stochastic is crossing upside, then you will see fractal. HAL will change to blue color, and we have two of stochastic in the same direction, M15 and 4-hour. And you can see how the price is following. Okay, straight to the pivot point, and that is why I advise you always to exit close to pivot point. Okay, another entry here. Okay, here you can see there, back to the downside. Okay. Now when we move on to live charts, it will be much easier to identify. Of course, guys, as I say, this is custom system. So if you want indicators and template, you just need to ask me. Let's go with the first trade. Euro dollar M15. Look at this straight from the bottom. So as I say, you can use these pivot points, but you can also use classic pivot points such as Camarilla. Okay. We can always opt to insert Camarilla pivot points, and I will do that now. So you can effectively trade this with custom indicator, or let's say Fibonacci pivot points, maybe like this. Okay, I put Fibonacci pivot points here, which are corresponding to these levels here, but are actually different. It's nice and clean. You see the chart is clean. Mikhailo, please send me a request to my email address. My email is tarantulafx@gmail.com. So guys, if you're interested to have this system, please send me an email. So yes, as I say, I have tested it, I will be honest, in 2010, but I think it's still good because it uses a non-standard approach with multiple time frame stochastic. There are not many MTF stochastic systems out there, and I really think that you might like it. So you see here, buy entry. Okay, guys, this is scalp swing system. So there are no, I say, counter trend trades because the system uses momentum from higher time frame trends. So it can be both up and down. So you can trade both ways if you see it. Okay, I will use the other sell entry just after buy entry. So look at this. Your entry was confirmed here. Both M15 and M30 stochastic are the same direction. 4 hour was not the same, but the other one is, because you can see it here in the indicators list. You have both 1 hour and 4 hour aligned here. Okay, guys, 240 and 60. So guys, this is the window which uses and which has 2 stochastics inside. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3 aligned here. Okay, 4 hour, M30, M15, 3 stochastic aligned here. And look what happened. Straight 80 pip possible. Now look at the short selling here. First, we have an arrow. Here is Hal red. M15 here. Look at this. M30 to the downside and very close to 1 hour cross. So I would probably, this is not per rules, but here you can see this candle is good to go short because now all rules apply here. Another 50 pips possible. Now guys, what I also suggest, you should not, because this is my rule now, this is different from original rule. I don't pay very close attention to Williams percent range for the buy or sell entry. So you could neglect the rule about Williams percent. So I've been presenting you modification of the original system. So I can opt for removing Williams percent range here, but just for the sake of the system we will leave it. But yes, modifications say that you can remove Williams percent range because you might get maybe a little bit confused with it, so you can delete it. But you can see it here, good buy and good sell. Needless to say, guys, you always want to buy lower and sell higher. So when you see this, you might opt more for a buy trade than for a sell trade because the price is at support. Below, this is 1 hour stochastic, Adrian. So this is 4 hour stochastic. This is 1 hour stochastic. So both 1 hour and 4 hour stochastic are shown in the same chart. Okay, see it here. Same chart, guys. Look at filter here. We had buy entry, but look, we didn't have confirmation. There wasn't a confirmation from other indicators. Okay, stochastic was crossing, but it was not clearly here, and look at this. So we didn't have a strong confirmation. This is much better confirmation here because we had stochastic cross to the upside, 15, 30, 1 hour was trying to cross, 4 hours crossing down, but you see it would be profitable one. These fractals do not indicate, they do not indicate high and low. These fractals are just to give you a cue that you might have an entry soon. Okay, guys, it's just a cue that you might have an entry soon. When you see a fractal, be ready for a sell. Okay, so this is a be ready for a sell signal. And look at this. Even when price is ranging, you could make some pips here. But as I say, always watch for fibs. I will include Fibonacci pivots here. So it's always good to trade buy low, sell high. A good buy entry here. Let's see. Yes, this was a good buy entry. M15 crossing up. M30 is already up, and third is 1 hour to the upside. So you need always to have 3 stochastic aligned. M15 is always one of them, and 2 optional. M30, 4 hour and 1 hour. So this was long entry. This was very good long entry here. Okay, very good low entry. See it here. So you will have a lot of good filters with the system. You see, good filter not to take short. And actually this was a good short from here. See? 3 stochastic to the downside. Good for 22 pips. Karim is asking, why are you using 3 stochastic? Karim, have you followed webinar and the start of webinar where I explained this is multiple time frame stochastic. We want to align higher time frame trend and momentum. That is why we use 3 stochastic. We want to align higher time frame trend and momentum. That is why we use 3 stochastic. I hope it's clear now. This stochastic is 30-minute stochastic. This is 15-minute stochastic. And in this window, we have 4 hour and 1 hour stochastic. So guys, feel free to ask if something is not clear. Another good buy low entry here. Now all of the stochastic has been aligned. No, Arne, only these stochastic which are put in the template. You should not experiment with other stochastic. Only this which we put it here. So here, look at this. Good entry. All now 4 stochastic have been aligned. And up. No, guys, you cannot use other time frames. As I already said, this is very clear system. It uses strict rules. You cannot use M31 hour and 4 hour. You place entries solely on 15 minute. with indicators as it is. You should not change the indicators because system will probably not work. Okay? So use as I have suggested. Use it as I have suggested it. Okay, look at this. Another alignment here. Good for 80 pips possible. Yes, it's mechanical. Carolyn is saying, I like it, that is mechanical. It is mechanical. This is different from systems. So this is more suitable for, let's say, traders who are beginners, right, and intermediate, because it's a mechanical system. But you should always remember what I'm trying to teach you. It doesn't matter whether you trade mechanical or discretionary system. It's always that you should buy low, sell high. So guys, always buy low, sell high. So first cue for you is your arrow. When you see the arrow, be ready to buy or sell, but always watch for support and resistance. Carolyn is saying, just when I started to be successful with other strategy, you present a system that I really like. Yes, well, guys, you can always try, right? The beauty in Forex trading is that you can always try something else, right? So if you have other strategy which is successful, then I advise you to stay with the strategy, but also you can try to test this one or other, right? Which I'm presenting. Because I always try to present you with interesting strategies, and it's up to you whether you will try to demo trade it or not. So 170 pips yesterday. Well done, Carolyn. If I may ask, which is the strategy? Is it my strategy or is it the other strategy? If it's mine, feel free to tell me which one of those is. Okay, if it's not mine, then yeah, okay. Then I'm not interested, really. I'm not interested. Yeah, there are a lot of strategies, except for mine, of course, which are also successful. So I'm not the only one who have good methods and systems, but of course, you can always check it. And I will show the rules, Vasil, once I'm finished with the slides. So yeah, if you watch the analysis today, I advise guys, I will just make a simple digression from our subject today. I hope that you have read the analysis. Euro dollar proceeding with downtrend. We had T89 here and we had a retest. So we are good for 30-40 pips just on euro dollar rejections. Here, this was my analysis of euro dollar. You can check it. And Goran is saying 60 pips on GBP dollar, your analysis. Thank you, Goran. Very good. Yeah, GBP dollar analysis. It was definitely, we have some time to show you if you missed it. Okay. This was my analysis. Right, this one, Goran. Right? I'm on Forex Street now, but the same is on Admiral Markets. Yeah, please, if you see something happening, for example, as you're telling me you made 60 pips, I would ask if you tweet it so I can retweet it. Because it's always good to retweet those things, as there are a lot of traders out there who are still confused with other strategies and other analysis, and they are really struggling to make pips and money. So please do it. You can do it right now, so I will retweet it later. I really want that traders think that they can achieve success in trading, and I really can prove that, and I'm always trying to give you the examples of really good systems. Karen is saying you want to brag. You are entitled to brag. You're a great trader. Well, thank you, but this time is just that really, guys, I really want that majority of traders and who are both successful and still not successful to come and visit our webinars, education analysis, because really it as you can see, it constantly is giving us some pips. It's not about 100 or 50 or 1,000 pips. It's just that it is profitable. And yes, Camarilla, MACD, especially Camarilla, is definitely my proprietary analysis and trading method. Yes, it's very discretionary, but guys, for example, these systems, yes, you can use it and test it. For example, sometimes maybe you will not use your own system because there will be no signals from it. Okay, and because of that, you can always try to watch at other systems which may give you entries. And this webinar, Vasil, will be posted on Admiral Markets, not Elite Currency, Admiral Markets. Okay. So yes, Admiral Markets. So pay attention to this entry. Okay, this was buy entry here, and you see 17 pips, but I always opt to buy lower. For example, or sell higher, where we have a sell here. Yeah, this was a sell trade here at resistance. See, 3 stochastics have been aligned. Sell arrow, color change here, and look at this. Sometimes this will produce a lot of pips, 45 pips when there is a trend. So always pay attention to it, guys, always. Okay, so see here, buy lower, guys, sell higher. That is the rule which I will include in this system. Always sell higher, buy lower. Don't trade in between. If you see a trade signal in between, do not take it. Now this is modification. If you see a buy or sell signal in the middle, do not take it. It's no man's land. So you see, you can always apply price action principles within systems. Look at this signal here. A long signal. 1 stochastic, 2 stochastic, 3 stochastic to the upside. Blue HAL MA, stochastic cross to the upside, fractal, and bang, 50 pips. So yes, you can try to use it, and you will see if it suits you. But remember, it's always much better to buy lower and sell higher. Always like that. So guys, this is very clear, very straightforward. Now, if you have any questions, you can ask me. This is not rocket science, because from time to time, I really need to make some webinars which can also explain basic and a little bit advanced systems to traders who just started. And do not forget, guys, that you have also price action trading school webinars. Do not forget to sign to price action trading school, because it is what I teach you. That is the core of price action. All important information and all important things which you need to know is contained within price action trading school. So sign up for price action trading school webinars, and meanwhile try to test systems which I present you, because sometimes it can make a difference between existing and your own system. What session should be traded on? Caroline, good question. London and New York session. You can always try to take a look at Tokyo session, but then you should trade pairs which are suitable for Tokyo session, but try to watch Tokyo also. Isn't it possible to define a low before it happens? Karim is asking. Well, that is why you have a set of indicators which will define support and resistance. Look at this. This is support, this is resistance. So you will always have these indicators. I have included Fibonacci pivots, which I will send you. Okay, so buy at support, sell at resistance when it happens. Okay, once more, buy at support, sell at resistance. Do not buy into resistance. Even though it might be a good signal, it's always best to do it as I say: buy low, sell high. Simple price action principle, which is also installed into the rules of indicator-based systems such as this one. Buy low, sell higher is a basic postulate of successful trading. Okay, guys, so I hope that it is clear to you. Australian dollar, let's see, buy signal. Would I be considered it a buy? No. Adrian, why? Okay, you don't have a blue hull still. See, there is no blue hull. And only two stochastic are crossed. 15-minute and M30. You need to see at least one of these, 4 hour and 1 hour. So no, this is not a buy signal. Okay, guys, this could be a buy signal. And it already is, guys. Okay, let me see. No, it's not yet. It's not yet. This stochastic need to cross, and you see this is crossed lower. So buy, this is how it should look, and look, red is above blue here. So New Zealand doesn't have a buy signal, but it will be a buy signal when this stochastic crosses to the upside, and if it's still somewhere around here, it will be a buy signal. Let me just take a look. Well, it could be a buy really, because this is very unclear here. But yes, it might be considered a buy because 4 hour stochastic is very, it's crisscrossing. So it might be a buy from this part indeed. Euro yen still does not have a buy. Yeah, we are already, guys, later in the trade. And yes, two questions. US interest rates will be released later. Yes. So guys, do not trade before FOMC. We don't know what will happen. If you check in the calendar, it might be. Let's see, we will check the calendar. Okay. Okay, we will check the calendar here. FOMC meeting minutes. We will see what they will talk about it. It's 8 o'clock my time, so it will begin in 1 hour and 20 minutes. Let's see if there is some information. Yes, it's a record of FOMC most recent meetings. So guys, pay attention to it and do not trade it. Yes, in 1 hour and 20 minutes. They will not be talking about interest rate, but they might mention it. So it's not about interest rate decision. It's about statement. So the statement will be released, okay? So once more, guys, it's clear about the rules. Please send me a request for the system and I will send you a zip file or a RAR file. And I will send you all indicators. Alex is asking, can you take a look at EA? It's rejecting T89. Ah, you mean, okay, but I need to see it first on Camarilla template. Let me, guys, check. Okay, template. Let me wait a second. Okay. Urodi. One hour, it's still not rejecting it here, but it's very, very close. Yes, it's very close. So it's very, very close indeed. It might be T89. It's EMA, guys. This is EMA, okay? So yes, it's very, very close. Look, this is T89 here. See the rejection. Okay, back to webinar, guys. Kuram is asking for indicators. Okay, Kuram, but please send a request to tarantulafx@gmail.com. Please, it's easier for me. Carolyn, I sent you a mail a few days ago. When you have time, reply. Yes, I will try. I will try, Carolyn. It's just I have a lot of work to do, so sometimes I might be late with it. So Kuram is asking for my email. It's always the same, tarantulafx@gmail.com. Okay, this is my email, so feel free to use it. And guys, as you can see, we will have a webinar tomorrow with Chris, and don't forget to sign for session recap. Australian dollar hit the target. So if you traded session recap with Australian dollar, you could have made 55 pips. And ODN was also good for 40 pips. Before I said, guys, protect the trade, but 40, 50 pips. Please follow session recap if you want to be successful also. And these are the rules for buy and sell. You can neglect VPR, so yes, chart is frozen. Here are the rules. Thank you, Caroline. Vasile, these are the rules. So guys, as I say, follow session recap and price action training school especially. This is also good to have other webinars such as psychology webinars, money management, and system webinars. But two main most important webinars for you are session recap and price action training school. This is all good. I'm not saying this is good system. You can test it. And sometimes it will be a reserve system for you. Because if your own system does not give you any trades, there might be another system such as this one which can give you a trade. And it's a good thing because you can use most of the pairs, not just major pairs. So for the rules of the system, you can delete if you want Williams percent range. I advise that you can delete it. It's not needed. It's really not needed. Okay. Another question. when you protect the trade using trailing stop, how many pips do you use on trailing stop? Never less than 20 pips, Isabella. Because I want the price to go 25 pips in my profit, and then I might opt for either break even or putting stop loss to plus 20 pips. If I see that the price has gone really in my favor and I see that the trend is really to the upside, and let's say price is 55, 60 pips, then I will use 50 pips after the entry to protect the profit. It's called profit stop. But it really also needs to do with fundamental approach. For example, trade short on euro dollar is really, you could have made a lot of pips just shorting euro dollar or longing dollar yen. Kuram for the system, if you are asking stop loss for a system, it's 40 pips. When I say 20 pips, it's profit stop. When price moved above 20 pips in your favor, you can protect your trade by putting your stop loss to plus 20 pips. 20 pips above or below your entry. So you want to secure the profits. For the system, it's 40 pips for this system. Okay? Okay, guys. So next webinar will be tomorrow. On Friday, we'll be having session recap. Next price action training school is questions and answers. So please ask whatever you want from trading, price action, and I will answer you. Caroline, it's around about 40 pips. It's not much, but as I say, it's maximum for the system. Sometimes you can go with swing highs and swing lows, but maximum, your dead stop, it's called dead stop. Dead stop for this system is 40 pips. Dead stop, okay? Never ever above 40. Sometimes you will use less. For example, if you put a long trade here, you could have gone with, let's say, 20 pips of a stop loss. But if you went short in here, minimum stop loss for this would be 20, 25 pips. And you see, maximum would be like 40 pips. So it's always maximum number of pips. About the swing, Caroline was asking. Okay. Simple swing can be considered support resistance. Sometimes I want to enter a trade, but I'm near a swing. If I know many swing stop at that level is strong, but what about single swing? Well, Caroline, which time frame you usually trade? Just answer the question and I can answer you. And please, questions like this should be answered on price action training school. 1 hour, 4 hour daily. Yes, sometimes a simple swing on 1 hour is interim support and resistance. It's not that important on 15-minute time frame and lower, but yes, indeed, on 1 hour, 4 hour daily, it's important. That is why you should always watch previous quadrants as we speak. Please, okay, for this question, Caroline, reserve it for price action training school next class when I will show you and I will answer your questions. I don't have a time for this. This is a good question, but I want you to ask me next class price action training school. Okay? So guys, this is it about the system. I will send you template and indicators for this. If anything is not clear about the system, feel free to ask me. But I think everything is clear. Buy low, sell high when the rules are met. Sell arrow, red, 3 stochastic to the downside, sell. Buy arrow, blue, at least 3 stochastic to the upside, buy. Buy low, sell high. Yes, you can use it on all major pairs and some minor pairs. For example, you can use it on Euro OD, you can use it on EuroCAD and those minor pairs. But stick to major pairs. So all major pairs are covered. Okay? Okay? All major pairs are covered. So guys, thank you. Let's see other question. Do we have sound problems? Okay, yeah, that is what I did. Now my backup connection kicked in. I think that you can hear me now. Alex is disagreeing with the comment. Yes, I will see your comment. Okay. Okay. I will copy this. On Fibonacci, yeah. Okay, I will do that. Okay, guys, let's see a comment of Alex. Quick, we have the time. I will pause the screen. I will use the opportunity for price action webinar. And let's see a comment, and I will answer directly. But please, guys, these questions should be really used on price action trading school. Okay, yeah, I see. This is okay. I will explain this on Fibonacci on our next class. We need to use it like this, please. We need to use it like this, as I have explained. Okay, I will again. We lost the sound. So Alex, I saw your comment, and yeah, I will roll the slides, Ilya. Just wait for explanation. Okay. Yes, I'm back because there are some problems with the sound, and if you see that there are sound problems, I will correct it because I have backup connection. This is how I advise you to use Fibonacci extension. Okay, because you want to see if this is your swing. For example, this is the last swing here. You need to use it as this. Okay, because this is swing high, swing low, next swing. It will actually give you N pattern. So use it as this, and you will see that a lot of times the targets will be respected. Okay, just a quick digression from the subject. Okay, and because we still have, please, Alex, I will explain that on session on our price action training school webinar. And I will give you all the reasons why you should use Fibonacci expansion as I suggest. But please reserve the question for next price action trading school. Do not forget to ask me that. I will probably forget about it, but you should remind me, okay? Now, Ilya, this webinar is uploaded. It's recorded and it will be uploaded. So these are the rules. Once more, you see, you can dismiss the rule about Williams percent range, so you can delete it. It's not needed because I modified the original system. And you see, this is sell entry, this is buy entry. Once more, you should snapshot this screen. Okay, here. And we should always follow the rules. Buy low, sell high. Buy low, sell high. For buy entry, as in this, you need to have an arrow, a fractal. Then how moving average should be blue. 3 stochastics should be crossed to the upside, but M15 is always one of them. So M15 and 2 of those. So you have M15, M30 crossing, And here you can see it's 1 hour cross. So this is 1 hour stochastic, this is 4 hour stochastic. And you can see 3 crosses and buy trade was successful. You do it vice versa with sell trade. I hope this helped. And this is being recorded, so you will be able to see it or watch it online. Okay, guys, now we are calling it a day. We had good webinars. Always appreciate your questions. Reserve your other questions for Price Action Trading School. Sign up for all other webinars and send me an email request for the system. I will send it. I will also include Fibonacci pivot points, which you can additionally add to the system. Thank you guys for listening. Okay, thank you for listening. Thank you for being here with me. I will be here with you soon, guys. Okay, and yes, one more rules. This is it, guys. Yes, the audio, well, frequent disconnections, but it's good we have a backup connection. Okay, so this is it. Thank you again for listening. I will be here with you soon, and I wish you to trade safe as always. Cheers, guys.